the first resonance occurred in a closed column of length and produce frequency, find the speed of sound. In such a questions, you need to focus on two important things. One of them you need to focus and to understand, is this question talking about closed pipes or open pipes? This is number one. Number two, you need to understand on what is the number of resonance or the number of harmonic that they are asking about. So here now, these ones are the main 2 points that I need to focus on. So here now, they are talking about closed. Okay, this is now the first idea. Then they are talking about here what? The first resonance. The first resonance. So now they are talking about closed, as we said here, for it's gonna be the first resonance happens in closed when the length of the tube equals what? Quarter lambda. And you need to memorize that. While the first resonance in open tubes, it happens for half lambda, the first resonance. Then you add half a lambda for each one, whether is it for closed or for what? For open. So here the second resonance, it happens when you add here what? Half, it's gonna be a half a lambda, then it's gonna be 3/4 what? Lambda. Then here you add also, it's gonna be a what? 5/4 lambda, and so on. But for open tubes, you start by half lambda. First resonance, half lambda. Then you add another half when the second one is going to be 1 lambda. Then you add half, it's going to be 1.5 lambda for the lengths there. Okay, now they are talking about the first resonance where on closed tubes, so they are talking about exactly this formula here, which is length of the tube equals quarter of a lambda. Now you go to the question here now. The question here, it produced the frequency. They gave us the frequency now is given, and this they are talking about what is the speed of the velocity. And as we know, I mean, which is the velocity of the sound. The velocity of the sound, as we know, or of light or whatever, velocity equals the lambda of any wave. It equals what? The wavelength times the velocity. Okay, now they are asking about V. So V equals lambda times frequency. The frequency is given here. The frequency is given, which is what? 150. But I still need what? Lambda. Where do I find lambda from? So here now, the length, as we said, the length now here, for this one now, it equals what? Quarter lambda. Okay, what is the length now of the tube? It's given for us. This is the length. You see, it is 0.5 meter. So you write here 0.5 what meter? It equals 1/4 of what? Of lambda. Now you solve to find what? Lambda. So you multiply here times 4, and you multiply here times 4 to get rid of the what? Of the 4. So this 4 will go by this 4. So what is left is lambda in the left. And here 0.5 times 4 is going to be what? 2. What unit? 2 meter. Now I found what? The wavelength. Since I found the wavelength, just I substitute with it what? Here in this place. Now the velocity will equal the wavelength, which is 2 meter times the frequency. What is the frequency here? Is 100 what? 50. So you multiply now, the velocity become 2 times 150. It's going to be what? 300. What unit of velocity? Meter per what? Per second. So that means you've got to choose the answer. That is what? Here, 300 as the answer.